We're going to have a look at another tool that everybody actually can do. It's quite a simple tool, but it works effectively, and it's called miniSASS. SAS stands for South African Scoring System, and I think some of you already have met this miniSASS, and I'm actually going to run through it and just give you a good idea how to do it, how easy it is, and how anybody can really do it and be interested in what's happening. So you can get all this information of the miniSASS on the internet. You just write miniSASS somewhere in your computer, and it will jump up and take you straight to your miniSASS tool. Now, when I was working in a Kruger Park for 24 years, as Chris said, we did also SAS, but that was big SAS, not miniSASS, and it worked very effectively. We had mounting programs all over the country, and this is not in the Kruger Park because I won't go so deep in the water of all those crocodiles. Anyway, this is the more the senior miniSASS or senior SAS, and this is not what we're going to do. We're actually going to do a much easier one. And miniSASS is a simple tool which can be used by anyone to monitor the health of a river. You collect a sample of macroinvertebrates, that's the small animals in the water, from the water, and depending on which groups are found, you have a measure of the general river health and water quality in that river. So you can, in the end, after you finish this little exercise, you can say this is your water quality, which is fantastic for just a small thing. So this is also on the website. I'm not going to go through everything, just to give you an idea what it's all are about. So there are three main things to do. You can have a list of what you need. Then you also explain how to do it. And then in the end, you can upload your data on the website, and it will be there where everybody can see it, which I think is fantastic. Now, let's first go to your the tools. All of it very easy to get. It might be even in your house. You can your net or sieve you can make yourself. I will show you later. You can get a life jacket anywhere. Your tray can even be a ice cream tub, a white tray. You need some gumboots or waders to walk into the water. This is a wader, a very fancy wader. And then it's good to have a cap because you're going to work in the sun. And make sure you wash your hands when you finish, because some places your water is not so good and you will find it in the results, but you won't know before time. So wash your hands when you're finished. Okay, this is a net you can make yourself. Just take one of your mother's hangers and bend it like this, put the net on with a piece of stick, and you've got your first equipment. You can also order it from the ground truth. You find it on the miniSASS website. You can order, and they send you the whole kit themselves, but you can make it yourself. You don't have to order that. Then, how do you do miniSASS? You first download from the website your field sheets, and after that, you go to the river. You can do your SAS. You can count the bugs that you find. You can score your river. I'm going to show you everything as you go on, and then you can tell what ecological status this river of yours are in. Now, this is the main body of the scoring. I'm going to go through them. You don't try to read through of it, but this is one page, and this a page tell you everything. So first, this is the information you put in, basic information on your site, the river. If you haven't got a GPS, you can actually go on Google Earth and find that place and then get the coordinates there. This is the scoring sheet, the most important thing. And you'll see they explain to you how to do the scoring. And then they got the species or the taxa that you're going to find. And at the bottom here, you can tell what the condition of your river will be. Will it be a natural, a good condition, or is the fair condition, or is the very poor condition? And those different crabs there show you the icons for for the kind of river you got. This part is just telling you the method. So you first go to the river, and it's always good to do different habitats. You find one with cobbles and a riffle. You can do your SAS there. So you've got your net. You go into the riffle, and then you go upstream with your back. You kick the stones. It looks very funny if people see you do this, but you try to do it where they don't see you. And then you take this stuff. You've got some water in your tray, and then you just dump your sample in there, and that's it. And you got your first one, and you can do it on a sandy river, under overhanging vegetation, etc. And that's the way to collect it. Very simple, very easy. Then you take a tray and you start to identify the species. I'm going to show you how to do that just now. And then in the end, you score it, and you can say what your river's condition is, and then you wash your hands. Okay, here you can see exactly what I've did. We call kick sampling. We take the net and you start move it backwards. Those are the cobbles and the riffle. And other habitats you can do is overhanging vegetation, where the plants on the edge hangs over into the water. You sweep underneath that, and you will find other species. Or you can do it in gravel or sand. Do exactly the same, just move backwards. Well, another way to do it is to take out rocks from your river and then wash it with your hand, not the soap, with your hand. Wash it into your tray, and make sure you get those species as well. Then you take your tray and you start identifying it. Now, they got these keys there. If you want to use it, it's very nice and nifty. As you go on, you start learning about these things, you start to know them, you actually can very easily use this key to key out the different organisms. This is the different groups or taxa with what we use, and they are all named there: flatworms, crabs, shrimps, damsels, flies, etc. And this you use to identify your species. And then in the end, you can use this with your score to establish what kind of river you got. Now, you can upload these things on a website, your scores. It goes onto a map like this, and all those little spots are area where students like you or children sampled, and they put it on a website. If you zoom in, you will find this is now close to here. There's Kirstenbosch. There's a school, a few schools who done work here, and you can see, look at those crabs, where the crabs are different colors. There's two red crabs there. It means that area, water was very poor. But if you go further down, you find it is either getting better or getting worse. So that's on a map that everybody can see, and your stuff will also appear there. Then you click on one of those spots, and then you get all the information, the scores, etc. Okay, it's also a Facebook for miniSASS, so you can talk to other people about it. They got a newsletter that they will send to you regularly. And then, just to illustrate to you, sometimes people don't understand the scoring. I'm going to do a scoring right now for you. This is in our tray. After we've done all the kicking and so on, and your first organism we're going to identify is that one on the left-hand side in the yellow circle. This is your identification index, and you look at your animal there, and you see, where can I find it? And there where the arrow is, that thing looks exactly like that insect, and it becomes a dragonfly. So you got dragonfly there. You go to your score sheet, you circle dragonfly, and it's 6 points. You go to your next animal. Look at it. You say, oh, I got 3 things there in the back. You go and look, and it's a damselfly. You move on. You circle your damselfly. It's 4 points. And so you go to that prawn-like thing. You check it. Yeah, there's a prawn. Easy. You circle it. You go to this snail thing here on the left-hand side. You look down here, and right down at the bottom, there you see that's a specific snail, and it's called snails. You score it. It's right there at the bottom, that 4 score. Then you get to this animal. Looks like you've got a 3-pack and not a 6-pack. Look at it, and you find it's a stonefly. Next one, a stonefly scores 17 points. Now, what does that mean? It means that the stonefly is very sensitive. That is the ones that will first die if the pollutions hit the river. While the snails are quite tough. You'll get it in quite dirty water. So this is the whole concept of how this works. And then that flat thing, we find it right on top, and it's called a flatworm. Okay, so the score there is a 3 right on top. And the last one is this funny bended worm. We check it out, and there you can see it. It's actually exactly like this picture as we done from it. So you got a caddisfly, I guess. And now you finish. You finish your sample. You put it back in the river. You don't have to kill them. And what we've got now, we add all those scores, and we find it here. The total score was 49 if you add the scores. And they say how many groups was there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You divide 49 by 7, and you get 7.0. That's your score. And then you go down right in the bottom here, and this is now how you find your condition of your river. It was a rocky type river because you had riffles in the rocks. That was 6.2 to 7.2. That is a 7. So you go this way, and your river is in a good condition. You take this information, you put it onto your website, and you will see it with all other people that's part of this website. And that's it. So be careful. Wash your hands.